Hey, Spiegel and listeners on this Scouts page, and I want to tell you guys announcement about I am doing something great things to look through in Scouts today. And I want to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to any scouts or innocent podcasters and all kind of episodes you are on hosting and co-host hosting and things I'm hearing right now. So if you are a castle, if you ask me a question, if you are a speaker and a Boy Scouts listeners and Boy Scouts listeners and speaker on Scouts too, and I want to tell all people from the Scouts, I want to tell them Merry Christmas, holidays for them. And today is today's show of my podcast. I am in charge with a podcaster and a co-host hosting to host show. And I have an announcement too. It's on this too. They say CMO LNSCOUTAGEAM TV POPLALSEACHFOR. And next one to say this to www.shop.com. www.shop. www.com. And it's to CMOASSISTANT TV Live. WRESTEMANIA. And I'm doing that for people to be paid in those things too. If you like that, I'm doing right now. today is today, so I'm telling everybody Merry Christmas for our state in our city too, and Scouts cities to Hansha, and people in Scouts, I want to tell them Merry Christmas. And if you are in Edie Scouts or in different groups, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas to Hansha. So today is today's show, and you have great things you do work on your podcast. It's like a job for a podcast. So if you add a show, you put it on Facebook. You do Facebook like Scouts Facebooks out there too. So I want to tell everybody on Facebook and tell them today is today's show about and Scouts and Boy Scouts and women's and ladies Scouts out there are a speaker on today's show and later shows to also for Christmas shows and any people to watch good night, to have night sips, to making podcasts. So if you like partner up with my podcast, you can do that too, Hansha. If you want to speak on my podcast, it's okay if you like to. If you are a spokesperson, any spokespersons, for me to be a spokesperson for Scouts too, Hansha. I'm a speaker of them, touring with Scouts, and tell them Merry Christmas, Hansha, and any places we camp out at too, and I want to tell those people Merry Christmas, Hansha. If you are if you are in Scouts, tell them Merry Christmas to them. If you have Down syndrome, you can join with Boy Scouts to fit well. So if you want to reach out with me, you can join with my podcast. If you are interested into podcasting, if you want to join podcasts, if you want to join with a spokesperson or a deputy in a chief podcaster like me myself. For it's not just me on my podcast. It's not just me on there. So if you like to hear this, so I'm making for Christmas and holidays stuff you can do, and you can take away in your Christmas stuff too, and you can go outside, take away your house for Christmas. You can do that too. Also, you can do shows, live streaming shows about Christmas too. You can do that too, also. In days, in night, sips to making podcasts. I'm a mentor for podcasting, and I am a CEO for podcasting to Hansho, and and I'm a CEO for a K-Nator for and Scouts. Tell them Merry Christmas. 2. If you like this episode, please promote my YouTube stuff to Hansha. If you are a spokesperson on jobs or like jobs, opposing jobs and Scouts, too, you can do that to Hansha. And in jobs and any jobs to have donations calls for and Scouts too. And they can be ball and Scouts too, also. If you have kids, have Down syndrome or something, like ADHD kids like my age or something, you can pull this on live. So you can do that too. And so today is today's show, and I do like all different kind of shows I make, and I'm a co-host and a CEO for a co-host miniature episodes or miniatures on there too, Hansha. And this is really for like if you are a chairman or something, if you are doing great things for work for in Scouts, you can do that too, Hansha. If you are in any society with in Scouts too. If you a speaker on Scouts, Facebook speakers on there too, or something, you can do that too, Hansha. And Hansha, I am the WD for in Scouts, and I am in charge for meetings. I am in charge of meetings, and I am in charge of all different meetings in all kind episodes or on meetings too. You guys go through that. I know we're done on Christmas or something, and we will make up some meetings, podcasting for hosting Christmas for Scouts too. If you want to host in a Christmas, if you are a speaker for Christmas too, you can do that too, Hansha. And I got things here I can announce too. These meetings are like kind of meetings are at Scouts too. Yeah, so which one I will start off right here. SEPTEMER 2022. SETEDR 10 in heaven. Something turn to SEPEMDER turn to something turn to OCTA R 1 3 1722 October 27 1772 Old people 10 13 72 October again 1.
So whatever it is you're here for, I suggest you hurry up and you don't piss me off.
No, heaven 1372 DC ball 8 1322 DC ball 13 22 20 1322 and that's when we have scouts meetings are and those are what days are like weeks and weeks are like what days in week we have these meetings are and all that too and that's what I'm doing right now. And if you like this or something, please do. So, if you want to listen to those, please listen to my podcast. If you are a spokesperson for a things that I'm doing for podcasting for scouts too, they do spokespersons, meeting spokespersons, and a co-host for speaking to people to come and join with us and scouts. And if you like this today's show, and if you are in so many things you are at, like any sites you are on, scouts sites too, they can look in some stuff I am doing for past years, and so if you want to listen to scouts and tell them Merry Christmas, holidays, and if you in troops too, in group troops too, and you can tell them Merry Christmas also. And if you are a speaker, listeners, or in scouts too, you can listen to my podcast. And if you are a Boy Scouts 312 world out there too, and you can watch this what I'm doing for everybody else. If you like this podcast, please make stories about it. If you like to, you do that too, also. If you want to make up stories about scouts, you can do that too, also. And if you have good weekends or Christmas nights out too, and if you're a spokesperson for a spokesperson or in being a spokesperson, you can study about if you want to be a something for in scouts. If you want to be something, you get order. You can do that too, also. So if you are a co-host, if you a CEO hosting podcasting or something, I'm making up a podcast, and I want to create at a podcast on my YouTube channels to also. So I will start off what I'm saying now. I want to create at a YouTube channel for and scouts, and I want to create at a YouTube channel for more questions about in Scouts. 2. If you are listening to in Scouts, please do and tell them Merry Christmas, holidays. If you are in Scouts, it is Scouts, or a speaker on Scouts or something, you can do that too also. If you are a CEO, if you are a manager, if you are a store manager, it's like me, because I am a store manager, I am a sergeant and a deputy for and Scouts too. Ownership in Scouts too also. And if you like this today's show, tell them really good speaking about really great things you can work on your next podcast. If you are with your friends, if your friends and your friends are like to make podcasts or something, you ask me too. If you want to make podcasts or something, you can study and learn to make podcasts too also. If you want to learn to make podcasts, you can do that too. And you can, if you go on YouTube channel, you can download a app for YouTube channels too. You can upload your channels on your YouTube channels to also. So you do that too also for your speaking, and so you're making up your own lifetime stories on podcasting. You can do that too also. If you are a sport person too, if you're in movies, about in Scouts too, you can do that too also. If you are a CEO for being Scouts, and I'm helping people to join Women Scouts. It's safety too. I'm a CEO for safety too also. If people like to learn and train for in Scouts, I am going to be honor that for in Scouts too. So if you are a nice and spokesperson or a podcast, if you are a podcast grader or something, you can do that too, also. If you are if you are a podcast coordinator for making podcasts, you can do that too. Also, if you are want to listen to podcasts, if you want to listen to podcasts, you can do that too. And you can watch all the sites. You can watch in Scouts too, also. I'm touring with Scouts. If you want to follow my shows on being Scouts too, wear your uniforms, your green uniforms, and your red uniforms too, and your full uniforms for these meetings. And you can do that too, also. And I want to tell these people are in Scouts, or like leaders and co-host leaders and Boy Scouts podcasting leaders to say Merry Christmas to them, to Harsha. So I'm doing a great thing for working on being a spokesperson for special needs and for Down syndrome too. I'm a spokesperson and co-host person for a Scouts and co-host coordinator for podcasting. If you like this today's show, if you like this or something, please do, and please listen to my podcast. And what time you get to these meetings, and I want to tell everybody in meetings, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas, Hanukkah. And I write captures down for and scouts too, Hanukkah. I write down what time, and what days we are at these meetings too. I do that conference too. So if you like this too, you can do that too, Hanukkah. If you are a famous people or in scouts too, they can be bought with scouts too, Hanukkah. If you are a candidate for the system society too, I'm going to join with those people too, Hanukkah. If they want me to do something, you ask me any kind of questions on this show. And I do any places if you live at too. I do those things too. I help out people out from in this world to say Merry Christmas to them. And I saw Santa Claus, a real Santa Claus, at a mall. Absolutely. And you will love it what I am doing for all these things at a mall too. And so buy things at mall too. Go out Christmas shopping for your scouts and for your little and your co-host littles too. And I am a co-host little for making podcasts for any sites I'm working on, any sites you are on Troop 312, and I help them to have things like batches you want, what any batches you have out there too. If you have any batches of Christmas batches, let me know that too, Hansha. And
how could you do this?
And
What?
So that's just fine.
if you like this today's show, if you love this or something, you can listen to my podcasting, and you can listen to all different words I'm saying on my podcast too. You can do that too, Hansha. If you like this today's show or something or not, it's fine. It's cool. So if you are a cool dude on this cast, and you can say, "Sup, dude? What are you doing?" Okay, cool. I am doing something really nice for my scouts. Doing something nice for them. So if you have any batches for us for Christmas, let us know. And interstate too. A state of our city too. And I want to tell them Merry Christmas to Hansha. And people at any jobs or in scouts too, you can be bought in that too, Hansha. If you are in scouts, Boy Scouts office out there too, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas to them, to Hansha. And if you are a if you are a chairman or something, I want to tell those people thanks for helping us to be in scouts with you guys too. If you like this today's show and if you are making nice climates podcasts too, just reach out Scouts office, Boy Scouts office, and any Scouts office out there too. They can be a spokesperson join with me with my podcast too. You can do that too, huh? So if you like this or something, I'd love to set up a podcast with Scouts Masters too, huh? So, cause I am in charge with Scouts leaders and I am in charge of Scouts leaders, catchers too, huh? So, cause they are really not actually not Scouts Masters, cause they are parents too, huh? So if you are in, if you are parents, if you are already have, if you really have parents and parenting too, they can be ball ribbon scouts too, huh? Cause they did join in scouts back then too, huh? A long time ago. So too about our stories about what we did in our younger days in scouts too. So if you want to listen to the story I'm doing for you guys, because I am making the great things to making podcasts for hosting casting for a K-Natal podcast. So I try to let people know what we do in Scouts and let all buddy and jobs can be bought in Scouts too. In any cities have down if people from the city or something, if they have kids or Down syndrome or something, if they are like our age or something, they can join with us in Scouts too, also. If you like this or something, please listen to my podcast. If you are a miniature or something, I'm gonna be a miniature and a still miniature for in Scouts too, also. I can troop in Scouts too. I can be a leader and a co-host leader for making podcasts for in Scouts too, also. If you are listening to my hosting, if you want to join with my podcast, you can do that too, also. And we can be bought in Scouts, and if you are making questions, any kind questions, or need something, you can put a link to my YouTube channels too, also. I have a lot of episodes on there on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day podcasts on there too, also. And you can do that too, also. And go outside, decorate your house for Christmas and decorate your own house and any houses you live at. Something. Pull up your Christmas lights on at night and turn it off around any time to be on what time we get up to work and get to our houses, have Christmas with your family and your family hosting and my family podcasts hosting shows for families too. So I make a podcast for families and parents too, and I tell them Merry Christmas to Hansha. If you are if you are in Scouts or actually parents too, and I want you to tell them Merry Christmas to Hansha. And if you like this today, so please make comments about these things I am hearing right now. And you can go to my job too, my Boy Scouts, 2312. Can go to my job at Walking by Sherman and Sherman, Illinois. I want to say something about Sherman to Hansel. I want to tell whole Sherman City let us know to say Merry Christmas to you guys. In our city from Walking to, I know 80 sites in 80 cities have Walking stores too. And I want to tell them Merry Christmas to Hansel. If you are on a www.walking.com, it's a notice on this too. And a lot of scouts are being a part of being involved with Walking stores to Hansel. So if you like this today, so please listen to my next podcast. I'm working on what I can do, what time I get on my YouTube channels to Hansel. If you want to quit at a YouTube channel, let me know too. And I want to quit at a YouTube channel for my Boy Scouts 312 leaders and Scouts Masters too, and Scouts leaders too, because I'm a co-host leader for in Scouts to Hansel. If you are a co-host, if you are if you are a co-worker hosting too, you do that too for Scouts too. If you want to, all jobs are looking for Scouts to be involved with jobs to Hansel. If you have any jobs in Scouts office, let me know that, cause I want to be in a group with one leaders too, and I want you to join with him. Well, I can do a job with him, and I know a lot of chairmen, they need to have bosses too for the Scouts too. So if you have bosses or like if you are a boss of your YouTube channels too, you can do that too, Hansel. And if you like this part, I'm doing the part for my YouTube channels and make a quit at your YouTube channel managers too. That'd be me for making podcasts for 80 Scouts, 80 sites and Scouts too. And I can be them cheap making episode for reaching out people to make up some questions. If you are a boss of Scouts too, if you are a cheap and making episode for YouTube channels too, I'm gonna be a making episode for my YouTube channel, Hansel, and great at a miniature making podcasts. For if you are a co-host and a coordinator for making podcasts, and you can get at a podcast on your next show too. If you like this or something, I want you to get at a Christmas shows on your podcast too. I want you to get at the Christmas log and holidays log and YouTube log for Christmas to logs too. And I want you to send up Boy Scouts 312 log to Hansho on my YouTube channel to Hansho. If you want to put it, if I want you to get at a Ambergram on my podcast too. I want to get at that on my YouTube channel to Hansho. If you want to listen to that, please listen to my next show. If you are a speaker and a co-host speaker on Scouts too, and if you are a Bicycle Olympics leaders or a listener to being involved in Scouts too. And if you are a spokesperson on Bicycle Olympics US Games podcasting for in Scouts too, and they can be a part involved in Scouts too, Hansha. If you are in Bicycle Olympics something, they can be a part of being involved in Scouts too, Hansha. If you want to get at that too, if you want to get at a YouTube channel for Bicycle Olympics, go through in Scouts too. Shows too. If you like this or something, please put likes, put questions, any questions you want. If you are in mini golfing courses too, or a down, they have Lincoln Down System Society golf audience too. They can be a part and be involved with in Scouts to Hansha. If you want to be a part of that, please do. If you in basketball at Chatham Charters too, they are in Bicycle Olympics too. They can be a ball in Scouts too. Chatham Charters teams too can be a ball in Scouts too. Also, if you are in bowling too, if you are playing in U.S. games on bowling YCA games, they can be a ball in with Scouts too, Hansho. And you can do that too, and join with those people. If you have friends, if you are a Down syndrome friends out there, you can join with us to be ball in Scouts too. Please do that too, and put a link to my YouTube channels to Hansho. I know a lot of people are making comments on my YouTube channel right now, because they are making comments on my shows, on my next show to Hansho, and I want to tell Facebook world to be a part of being involved with in Scouts too, Hansho. If you are in any Facebook something, we have Facebook in Scouts too. Boy Scouts 312 Facebook too. Troop Facebook too. You can go on that too. If you want to join with them too on Facebook,
What?
you can follow them on Facebook too. Also, if you want to be if you want to be a portal, if you want to be if you want to be a portal for in scouts too, if you want to join and be a port for in scouts too, if you a portal on podcasting for in scouts, you can do that too, also. And if you are a listeners and any people are having stuff online, you can buy some shirts like this kind of shirts too. If you want to buy like scouts stuff, like scouts uniforms, and you can buy some scouts uniforms too. You can buy some of those for any scouts like to join with us too, and you can be a part and be involved in that too. And in our meetings too, we started writing and doing climates and learning about when is scouts is and what time you get to these meetings are too. And I want to tell all those people, if you are in Boy Scouts, if we 12, it's a notice on this too. If you in Boy Scouts world out there too, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas. Also, and Happy New Year's too, and happy great week, Merry Christmas weekend to also. If you are a Christmas listeners on this too, you can do that too also. Decorate your house and have fun at your parents' house, open gifts, and have fun with being a part with your family, being a part of your podcast families too, and tell them Merry Christmas too. And I want to tell all Mavericks and all YCA US games, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas to them too also. If you are a Walking World episodes listeners on this too, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas on this too also. So Walking can be involved in Scouts too. Also, if you want to join with my podcast, please listen to my questions and please listen to my spoke. And a Canadian spokesperson is me, because I'm a boss of YouTube channels for make great at a YouTube channel for any cities to be involved in Down syndrome society, or kids have Down syndrome disorder, they can be a part and be involved with in Scouts too also. So please join with us, and you have fun and clean up your house, organize your house, and organize your stuff for yourself, and work out too. If you are in powerlifting champs too, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas also, because I am a Canadian for powerlifting, grader on powerlifting for a Canadian and CII, and for CI, I'm gonna be a CI for a Canadian and CEO minister for lifting to Hansa. I'm going to do that to Hansa. If you want to scouts and any scouts like to like to be a part and being involved in powerlifting too, you can do that too also. If you want to start up on powerlifting too, we have a gym over here you can work out at, and I don't want to say it today. So it's okay. So I do my own shows and any shows you watch and any sites you want to watch, and you can watch all my shows you can listen to, and go to a mall and buy you Christmas gifts to Hanso. So go out shopping for Christmas to Hanso. And I want to tell Scouts and Scouts Leaders and Scouts Masters and Scouts Leaders too. And I want to enchantments to Hanso. I want to tell them Merry Christmas, Hanso. If you are a Scouts, if you are in Scouts Masters on my podcast too, I want to tell them Merry Christmas, Hanso. So check out my next sub. So have a great week and maybe I want to I will do one more thing I want to tell you too. My job, I got a picture of my job. There's my job there, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas to Hanso. If you want to stop by, buy some Christmas gifts there, you can do that too. If you in Scouts, something go to and stop by to my job, something, please come by and buy stuff there to Hanso for Christmas to Hanso. Stop by and buy things there for Christmas. And make up Christmas notes and Christmas cards too. And you can write letters about your Christmas, and you can write letters to yourself, something like that, and you can do that too. I want you to send up a Christmas card, a Christmas list, a log for my YouTube log to Hanso. So you have a great week, a really great weekend, and Merry Christmas, and Boy Scouts, and women and lady Scouts out there too, and I want to tell them Merry Christmas too, and Happy New Year's to Hanso. And you have a perfect day, and I will have a great week this weekend. So you have a great week, if you have people out there making podcasts, just go for it. So if you have shops or something, you can do that too also. If you are in Boy Scouts too, they have a shop for Boy Scouts to buy shirts and buy mugs and buy hats for in Scouts too, and the portal for in Scouts to make some shirts for you guys, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and maybe my Scouts Master can get us new uniforms for Boy Scouts uniforms be our Christmas gifts from him. So if it's okay him first. So have a great week and have a great weekend. And Merry Christmas.